And I'm afraid that if I start messing with it, it's...
Yeah, I have it like that with the Go XLR. I'm really, it frustrates me and I'm anxious about the fact that one day I will have to move and pack it and
Right.
set it up again. I don't really like that, yeah.
It's not just that. It's even like I had an update from Windows
Yeah.
and all the settings got lost and Vlad
Yeah.
had to come.
I hate it, yeah.
And imagine the people that, for example, Duklog was telling me that in his studio they have like they even like filter out frequencies of the AC
Mm-hmm.
so they can run the AC and you cannot hear it. But imagine having to go and do that again from scratch.
That would be too painful for me.
So we are live, guys, in the chat. Thank you for joining. Well, look who's here.
Hello, everybody.
So this is the Something po Anglicky podcast, Jakub. We talk about English. We just have a nice conversation. That's the focus. If there's anything you don't want to answer, you don't have to. You have the easy button there, so just give it a press.
And you will go easy.
And I will go easy on you.
I don't think I will need it.
Yeah, I don't think so. I don't ask complicated questions or difficult questions. As I mentioned, the rules is if there's a question in English, we answer it in. If there's a question in Slovak, we answer the question in Slovak. If it's in a language that we know, we answer it in. Do you speak?
I wanted to learn French, but
French.
I didn't really have the time and the mental capacity to do it. I'm not bad with languages. I just I need someone who will have the time to teach me, and I will teach myself easily. But I used to speak German in school and English. Yeah, but English is my favorite, I guess. It's like Esperanto.
In
the modern
German?
age.
In German, you don't continue to use?
No, I mean, I could probably understand if I needed to, but I don't think I really enjoy the language. It's just ugly language. It's same as Hungarian.
I'm such a weirdo because I really enjoy the sound of German.
I can imagine, yeah. It sometimes can sound pretty nice, but most of the time it's just like gibberish, I guess, to me.
Because in my school, I really wanted to take German, but they only offered Italian, Spanish. Like I already know Spanish, so why am I going to take Spanish? So unfortunately, I wasn't able to take German. I'm going to share now, guys, in the Insta stories. Just if you give us a second, I need to share that we are live.
How are you all doing, by the way?
While we do that, Jakub, if you could please, just for people that don't know who the hell you are, because actually, if you didn't know, this podcast is being seen like even in New Zealand.
Is it?
It's growing in the US.
That's nice.
Yeah, because I kind of infiltrated the Slovak groups in the US.
Yeah, so you push it outwards.
Yeah.
Well, my name is Eugene, but, my real name is Jakub, as you said. But my nickname is Eugene, and I am a content creator from Slovakia. I do YouTube videos, I stream on Twitch, and I do Instagram and stuff occasionally, here and there. So I'm just a creative entity, I guess. I would call myself that.
Between YouTube and Twitch, which one do you enjoy the most?
I enjoy streaming much more because the improvisation and the interaction, the live interaction with the chat, I guess, I'd call them that. Everybody does these days. It's much more pleasant for me. I like YouTube videos. I like acting in the videos, but I hate editing them. I hate editing videos. I don't know why. I never really enjoy them, but I have to do it because nobody will do it for me. So if I had to choose one thing that I could do for the rest of my life and earn a living from it, it would be streaming for sure.
I mean, that's why I do podcasting, because there's very little editing.
Yeah, you just cut up some stuff and you have it ready to go.
Yeah.
And if you have Stream Deck, you can cut it live. And if you have somebody that uses the Stream Deck for you, it's a win-win.
I actually have a friend that helps me to do the audio, but recently I actually had to invest in a program to download the videos from YouTube.
Oh.
Because I'm not able to get the videos from YouTube at all.
Can't you? I might fuck up the quality a bit. Sorry for cursing in English.
You gotta redo it in Slovak.
It sometimes might dojebať the audio.
Yes, I hate it when dojebať, yeah.
but I use OBS to record the videos if I need to get them off YouTube.
So actually, there's a way you will have to show me how to.
Okay, there's a rec button right there.
That's it.
Yeah.
Oh man,
The red one. But I can show you how to set it up.
I'm the biggest
Yeah,
mago.
it's the best way for me. It's the
Yeah,
best
I
way.
need to start doing that, and also actually I should record the audio because this thing has the ability
Yeah, you
to.
can just press rec and you can record the audio, the video, and you just put it together. And also you could just record it right now. Like you don't even have to record it off YouTube. You can record it while you are streaming it.
The only thing is that I'm really afraid that if I incorporate a new
Yeah.
step in the
Yeah,
process,
you will get lost in it. I understand.
or
yeah.
it will crash or do something that I don't want it to do. So
That happens to me a lot.
man.
I don't know. I truly believe that me and my father and my brother also, we are cursed in with technology because it really doesn't work when you need it to work.
It happens to everyone, man. Starting every podcast used to be the most stressful thing because something would.
Yeah, go wrong.
But now I know what can go wrong.
Yes.
If the camera is not working, I can deactivate it here and do something.
Yeah, that's the process of making these kind of videos and content that you just learn through the process.
So, guys, throughout as you know, in Something po Anglicky, we'll be interacting with the chat. You don't have a special name for your chat. You just call them the
Yeah,
chat.
I call them the chat. I
And-
never really was into kind of the naming your community thing. I don't know. I just call them chat.
I think it's mostly on YouTube that people like call them the army or the.
Yeah, but I don't know. It's not for me, I guess. I don't judge anyone. Anyone can do what they want, but I don't prefer to do it that way.
That makes sense. So we have. Let's see who we have in the chat. There, Budu tomu titulky. Oof. I don't know if somebody wants to help me with titulky. My Slovak is not that good to make
To
titulky.
make subtitles. You need Peter to make the subtitles for you in exchange.
Please don't tell me anything about subtitles. Like now that his Latin American series is starting, it's like 3 hours per episode.
But how did you got into it? Like,
With him,
yeah, with the subtitles.
it's because I speak Spanish,
Mm-hmm.
and the thing is that the new series that he has, he's in
Spanish. Yeah.
but he's in South America, and you probably know just from Slovak. If you listen to Slovak from
It's the dialect, basically.
yeah,
Yeah.
and they all speak differently. And I was fortunate enough that I was raised with different groups of Latin
Mhm.
Americans, right?
Yeah.
So I hung out with Mexicans, I hung out with
And
Peruvians,
the different subcultures of.
and I can hear their words, their lingos. I can understand what they're talking about. If, for example, if I was only raised with one type of people, I wouldn't know what.
What they're talking about, yeah. But when you don't use it frequently,
This is true. But
You
I
fill out
interact
it.
with the content a lot.
Mhm.
I still watch like Spanish stuff, not as much as
okay.
I
That's
should,
nice.
but I do. Let's see if there's any other comments here.
I saw some people in the chat I recognize.
Who do you recognize here? If
My
you can-
girlfriend was up there,
Uh-huh.
and one guy from my chat who was a really nice viewer. If you're on Twitch and you're a partner, you can ask Twitch to lifetime sub one of your viewers.
For free.
Yeah, and I asked them to do it for him because he comes out to all my streams and he really supports me. And I just wanted to do something, because he's a school student, so he doesn't really have money for the subbing. So I just did that.
One day he will pay it back
I guess,
3
yeah.
times. Well, he watches you and supports you.
Yeah, that's the best payback you can get.
How does that feel for you? Because I'm new to this thing of I'm just a drop in the pond, but I still have people that like me and want to do things for me, like make my audio podcast and stuff like that. How does it feel for you to have someone like that just supports you with everything?
It feels really good because you feel like your job you do is acknowledged, and even if it's like I used to read comments on YouTube, but these days I don't really read them. But back in the day, it was very nice to read a comment that acknowledged the type of editing or the type of video or the type of humor you had in the video. So that was really nice, and it kind of helps you push you, I guess.
Yeah, and from doing research into you, I know that one of the things that kept popping up is that you really don't care what people think.
Yeah.
So how do you get those two together, not caring, but then you find people that want you?
You have to kind of know what you want to pick from it, I guess. You know, you can see the constructive criticism and be like, okay, he has a point, and you can learn from it. But if somebody just, you know, is insulting and just types some hate comment, you just don't really care about it because he doesn't know you. He doesn't know the truth about you. And what I put on the internet is, you know, it's not that different from what I'm like in real life, but it's a bit different. It's a bit inflated, I guess.
You refer to yourself as a provocateur.
Yeah, I like to... I'm not much of a provocateur, but jokester, I guess. I like to make jokes about myself mainly. I'd make fun of myself in the first place. And that kind of gives me the position and the right to make fun of other people too.
Do you like to push buttons on people?
Depends. I mean, I know how I could do it, but from the moral point of view, I don't really do it because I don't feel like it's right to do it.
Yeah.
But if I would want to, I could get things my way, I guess.
Yeah, and it's a very thin line.
Yes,
that you have to go to.
Because if you do it once, you start to do it all the time, and that's because of I guess philosophy. I really enjoy philosophy as a whole, as a concept, and about the not worrying what people think. Stoicism is a very good type of philosophy.
And for the people that don't know, and actually myself, excuse my ignorance. So what is Stoicism?
It's a way of philosophy where you just it's called art of not worrying, I guess. So you just try not to worry about stuff that you cannot change. You can only change the way how they affect you.
It's so difficult, though.
It is, yes, it is. And I'm not saying I'm the best. I'm trying to practice it in my day-to-day life, and I'm getting better and better. I'm much, much better than I was when I first stumbled upon it. But it's very hard because it's, you know, it was invented back in the Greece days, so it's hard to practice it these days when we just came such a long way.
Yeah, I can imagine. For me, for example, I see it in when you start to worry about things going too well, for example. Because you start to think about, okay, what's going to happen?
Yeah, what's going to... Yeah.
And getting over that is just... So we have Dadley Frankie. So he's saying, hi, Evžen.
Hi, hello. Hello, everyone.
There's a question in the chat for you. When did you realize that YouTube and Twitch is the exact thing you want to do?
I never really... I'm not the type of YouTuber that was like, I want to do that. I really like doing that. I kind of stumbled upon it. My brother was doing it. I watched YouTube since I was like 8 years old. Really enjoyed YouTubers and I like YouTube videos, but I never really wanted to do them. I just somehow got into it and I said, why not try it out? Why not do it?
And I know that you got into, for example, people like Filthy Frank and iDubbbz TV.
Yeah.
I mean, that was the offensive period of YouTube.
That was the best period of YouTube. No, but it's funny because that type of humor is as dumb as it seems. It's the most intelligent humor in my opinion.
It takes a lot of work. Like Filthy Frank is a very intelligent person.
Yeah, you can see it in his music. Like, nobody could possibly do that shift from videos like that, like very, very dark humor. And he shifted into doing music, and he's like one of the best streaming artists on Spotify right now.
And he was smart enough to get out at the right time.
Yeah, at the apex, I guess.
Do you ever think about that? Because the more I dive into this YouTube world, it seems that every channel peaks and every channel dies, and there's just a few people that really can stay there for a long time.
Yeah, it takes... it certainly takes luck to be on a certain level for a long period of time. But everybody has ups and downs. For me, I can openly say, I don't mind saying it, I peaked around 2019 and 2020. Yeah, that was my apex. Then I kind of fell off, and now the views are like, I'm ironically doing much. I'm not doing as much views, but I still make more money from YouTube than I used to when I had such big views. But everybody has a period of that going up and down, and it depends. Like if you're willing to innovate, I guess, or if you are willing to do something about it, and if you find a way to go back up.
Where does the Evžen persona come from? Because you describe it as the atypical YouTube.
Yeah. I guess it was just something different, something that was missing. Because everybody, when I started, I know it was like 2016, I guess. It was the Filthy Frank era back then. But everybody was so serious, such a happy influencers and YouTubers, and everybody was doing nice. And I don't know, I just wanted to be different. I just wanted to be funny, offensive, I guess, and just make people laugh by being so absurd. That's the main point of my videos. I want to make them so absurd that people will just look at them and be like, how does somebody come up with this?
And it's such a refreshing thing to be absurd, other than nowadays everything is cringe.
Yeah.
It's like the new type of comedy, cringe.
Yeah, cringe comedy.
How do you feel about cringe?
I try to stay out of those waters, I guess. I'm a type of person, if I don't really like something and something makes me cringe, for example, or make me uncomfortable or angry or frustrated, I don't try to put myself out there for it. I just try to don't watch the stuff that make me feel that way. So I don't really watch cringe stuff, and
sometimes you can't avoid it.
Sometimes, yeah, like the TikTok series we do with my brother. But it's just a video for me. I don't really take it home, and I don't think about it at home. So
you one very good analogy that you use to refer to you versus Evžen is being Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde.
Yeah, kind of.
How do you see that relationship, and how does Evžen come out in real life, or do you just keep him on YouTube?
No, it comes out in real life too. I try to make more sense in real life and try to be a bit wiser about my decisions and stuff. In videos, it's more of a heat of the moment, more of an improvisation. But if you watch my streams, you still see the humor, you still see the kind of the offensiveness, So I don't put my hand in front of my mouth, or I don't really know the saying in English, but
you don't filter yourself.
Yeah, basically, I don't really, because I want to stay true to myself. Sometimes I have to bite my tongue and just swallow the words and my pride, of course. But
being such a young person, Evžen, how is it that you get to this very mature situation of knowing to swallow your pride? And
I grew up around older people, and I have really my parents have a lot to do with how I am, I guess. And I grew up with the older people, because when I was young, I had friends, of course, but they had different interests than I did. So I had to somehow find other people to, share the interests. And it was mostly on the internet, video games. And also when I was a bit older, I started hanging out with my brother because of YouTube. And we started playing games together more. We started going out together. So I was meeting his friends, older friends. He's 5 or 6 years older than me, I think.
You are the youngest one, right?
Yeah, it's two of us. And
so it's just two. I thought there were more.
No. That would be terrible for YouTube. It's just two of us. Yeah. And I'm the younger one. I'm 5 years younger than him. Sometimes I'm the older one. But in the year, speaking of years, I'm the younger one, yeah.
When is it that you are the more mature one?
When we talk about, for example, if I have to give one, we talked about, I don't know if you saw his video about the comment he got about some guy.
Yes.
It was cringe, as you said. that was one example when I couldn't hide from the cringe. And I kind of, I was talking to him about it, and I had like the older, the wiser opinion, perception of the whole situation. So that's when I was a bit like older, because he was, he was touched by the comment. And
I'm really surprised that he, after being there so long, that people still get to him.
Because he's the type of person that, he realizes some of it is true, and he just don't want to acknowledge that it's true. So he will try to somehow have this inner fight with himself, and that's kind of the problem, I guess.
With him specifically, his content keeps evolving and changing.
Yeah, of course it does. And I guess for me, if I do something good, I don't really need the acknowledgement from, outside. I can say to myself, yeah, I did this well, this is good, I'm happy with what I did, what I accomplished. But for him, he needs to hear it from other people, I guess, He can't just be like, oh, I did it, I'm good. He has to hear it from you, like, yeah, you did good. And then he's like, oh, yes, I really did good. So if somebody says that it's bad, it's stupid, he did it because of this reason and this and this and this, and people start putting their truth into his mind, even though he knows it's not true,
It's a hard thing to get away from.
Yeah, philosophy helps a lot, though.
It's maybe something that I need to look at as well.
It's very interesting, but it's not for everyone, You have to have a very open mind, and it's the same as religion. You just pick what you like and you put it together, because you cannot just take the whole thing and be like, I will practice every single thing, because it doesn't work like that for most people.
And how does it work? Like, is it like conditioning for you that you tell yourself over and over?
For example, with the Stoicism, I was like my brother in many ways. I cared too much about what people think, and I worried too much. I was, for example, I was very attached to money. For example, I had 10 euros less on my YouTube paycheck, and I was very frustrated by it. And I was like, oh, what am I gonna do? I'm not gonna eat this month, And I kind of disattached from that and just started thinking, I fixed my mindset, I guess. That helps a lot.
Did it bring you an actual change?
Of course.
Even in the money that you were getting?
Kind of, yes, I think, because it's funny, but it works like that in with everything in the world. If you focus on something too much and you're like, I want this, I need this, you usually don't really get it because you're trying too hard.
So the secret is a lie.
Yeah, I guess. I believe that sometimes you just have to let go and let things happen. And if they should happen, they will.
It's a very American thing that we do. But have you ever heard about vision boards?
Yeah, I heard about them, but never really did.
So for the people that don't know what a vision board is, it's, people have a goal and they put it in some sort of, it could be a poster, it could be
like a cloud. We did it in English lessons.
But for some people, it really works because what it does for people, what really works is that they focus on the things they need to do to accomplish.
Yes, of course. Well, it can work for some people, like for sure. I believe that everybody has a different approach. That's why I think and believe that there isn't a single approach to life, I guess. Everybody has to find something for themselves, what works.
This is, you hit it right on the nail, because everybody thinks that there is a one solution for everyone.
There isn't, yeah. But, it's hard for people to realize that.
We have a comment, actually, that's for me. Hi, Miguel. I remember you from Camp Wonderland. I am super excited and super proud to see that you guys doing great. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Christine. I do
People
remember
like
you too.
You see? Nice comment.
I had so far only one constructive criticism.
Oh, did you get any hate?
Not yet. Somebody called me pregnant once because of my brushka. But what can I do? Food baby.
For example, that's something that I wouldn't even think about because it's nonsense. How can a man be pregnant, you know? And that's what I like about jokes and about making stuff fun of people. You need to have factual stuff. If it's a fact, it's much more funny.
And the thing is that they just deleted the comment themselves. You know? So
sad.
Yeah, exactly. They should have just let it there. I see Roman is in the chat, and there was a question.
Oh, okay.
Why is it that every time you're working out, it looks like you're working out from jail?
It's a funny thing, but I just kind of went with it. Me and my girlfriend we are renting a house, and I used to work in the basement. There was like this old, basement with a lawnmower and stuff. And I was like, I had a bench. When the COVID hit, I bought a bench and dumbbells. And then when we moved to the house, I was like, okay, I'm gonna put it into the basement. I'm gonna build on it. I'm gonna buy a rack and bigger Olympic barbell and stuff. So I did that. I was streaming from down there from the basement, and then the guy,
basement.
Then the landlord came and he said that there's one more building attached to the house, and he wasn't really gonna use it, and he said that we can have the keys from it. So I looked into it, and it was big. It was nice. It was a good space for a gym. So I put everything there, and I bought more stuff, and it just looks like a jail because it's kind of a filthy place, but I like it because I it's not really healthy, but I don't really want to invest my own money into somebody else's property, so
that makes sense.
So that's why it looks like that, because it's some old unused space, and I just went with it and build up on the joke that it's a jail.
So that was the question that Roman was asking. And is Evžen still happy about nice comments?
Well, of course, you always will be, but you have to have a balance. You still need bad comments, because if you only get good comments, they won't, hit you as hard.
And ego too.
Yeah. But when you have also the bad comments, it balances out, and it's nice. But of course, I like good comments. I still do. If I make a good Instagram post and somebody comments that, wow, it looks sick, very well done, of course I'm gonna be happy about it.
Talking about Instagram, I know that you used it as sort of like a fashionista.
Yeah.
Where did that come from?
I always enjoyed dressing up, I guess. I don't know where I got that from. I think my grandfather, because my mom told me that my grandfather used to be a model. So I guess I got it from him. And I liked dressing up, and I just somehow, decided that I'm not gonna do the normal Instagram stuff, just take pictures of whatever, but I'm gonna put some thoughts and some vision into it. And I started doing kind of a mood vibe, I guess, type of pictures. I take it, I think about it as art, that I want to make something that will make someone else have a certain feeling about it. It will make them, think about the picture, and it's not just a picture of something. I want it to look good.
And I think a lot of people like that. Is that something that, do you see collabs with, I know that you did something with food shops, for example.
Yes.
Do you see more of that? Maybe high-end fashion?
I would love to, but I don't think there's really a market for it here in Slovakia, because most people in Slovakia and Czech Republic, they buy their clothes from H&M and Crop Town and House, So stuff like Food Shop and Zalando, for example, I wanted to work with them, but they just didn't really care. So I don't know. I don't think there is a market for it. And if anyone will want to work with me and will find my work interesting, I'm sure they will hit me up, and I'm open to collaboration with brands.
Besides clothing, is there anything else that you would love to really work with?
I was supposed to, I guess, work with Jim Beam because I started working out this year. I really got into it, and I was supposed to work with them, but I haven't really heard from them in I don't know, it was a month, I guess. So I don't know. I would like to work with them because I enjoy working out, and they are a monopole here, I guess, and they are from Slovakia, from Košice, so it would be nice to work with someone native.
For sure, and I think you would be the right person because you really are behind working out. What are your plans for the future? Is Mayo81 asking, and can you imagine that you will make YouTube videos 10 years later?
I hope not. I really hope not. It's not that I don't enjoy making YouTube videos, but the consumer group of Czech and Slovak content is taking such a strange turn and evolving in such a strange way that I just don't enjoy. I just don't want to be pushed into making some type of video just because people watch those kind of videos, you know. So if it goes like this in the next 10 years, I'm not really seeing myself doing YouTube anymore. I hope that I'm not gonna be doing it in the next 5 years. I would like to focus on streaming if that would be possible, but Twitch is doing weird stuff too, and Twitch is kind of underground here in Czech and Slovakia.
Most people are saying that what Twitchers are doing is that they are building a following on YouTube. And then
Yeah. These days you have to use every social platform. It's TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter. You have to use every single one if you really want to be successful. And I mean, it's mostly about luck. But if you want to somehow tip the scales, you have to do everything and put the webs out there.
And I think that expression that you use, I think this is a good segue into
expressions.
Yeah, that was a very good expression, guys. For you guys that don't know, Jakub just used the expression "tip the scale," right? So what that means is think of two scales, and you want one to be in your favor. You need to do stuff to be on your favor. So that's how you tip the scale. Very good. So it is time for expressions. You guys know that every podcast you learn a new expression from the guest.
Expression book.
The expression book. So here you go. Are you guys ready?
Should I read it first or should I say my example first?
You should say the example and then let's see if they can guess.
Okay. So guess, guys. Imagine you have a friend. He really likes to talk about himself a lot. But when you tell him that he's talking about himself a lot and then that he's being narcissistic and egoistic, what is it for him?
So let's see, guys, if you can guess.
When it's hard for him to hear the truth.
But only a good friend would tell the truth, right?
Yeah.
So guys, anybody know in the chat? Oh, everybody's shy. Okay, it seems nobody knows. So what is the expression?
It's a tough pill to swallow.
A tough pill to swallow. So thank you for the expression. Now we move on to the next thing before we forget, and that's the signing of the PC. So this is actually going to be a giveaway.
The PC is going to be a giveaway?
Yeah.
Oh, can I win it?
Yeah. Anybody can. Did
you build it yourself?
I did.
Nice, that's good. Even the cable management.
I had help.
That's the hardest part for me. I enjoy building PCs, but the cable managing is just terrible.
It's also these new components are so complicated. Because even the motherboard, there's so many options, so many things that can go wrong.
Yeah.
I couldn't get it to post initially.
Oh.
And it ended up being that one cable from the power supply, the PSU.
Yeah, it was bad.
It was the wrong one.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm.
Because the labeling was not right, so that was causing the pain. So let's switch to...
I remember when I was building my first computer, there wasn't much to choose from. And these days, you have all the different components.
Too many, I would say.
Yeah, it's hard to choose.
Okay, so we have the signature cam. So let's get the marker going. You have to pet it a little before it starts to work. Okay, you can sign anywhere you want. So guys, he's signing the PC now for those people listening on Spotify or the other podcast platforms. And while you're doing that, there's a question from Edovčiak. 170. Are you planning to do songs or do something else besides YouTube?
Music was a interest of mine. I enjoy music, and I believe that just because you enjoy something or want to do something, you don't always have to do it, I guess. I don't really see myself in the music industry, you know,
At all.
Because I would enjoy making beats, for example, or just sound engineering and stuff, but it's just something I don't think I could learn. And doing music as being an artist, I don't think the Czech and Slovak consumer group is something for me, you know.
Do you think that the market itself, Czech and Slovak market, are limiting you?
I believe so. No, it's not just me. It really limits everybody with a different approach. It's very hard. And I can see it on many creators. For example, I don't know if you know any music creators here in Slovakia.
I don't, but who should I be listening to?
I don't really listen to Slovak and Czech people. But a good example is Gleb. He's a grime artist, and grime is a English type of rap. It's a faster rap, and he was doing it for like, I don't know, 10 years now, maybe even more, and nobody really was listening to him. It took him like 6 years, maybe.
Damn.
Even 10, I would say, to really like blow up. Now he's kind of a mainstream, but he's a good example. It's very hard here.
What do you think of that path of people that take many years to blow up or blowing up? What do you think ends up the best?
They have to be stubborn, very stubborn. I wouldn't really keep going. If I would be doing something for like 10 years and I wouldn't see the outcome, I would just drop it. I don't know why I'm like that, but I'm really like that in many ways. If I enjoy something very much, I'm enthusiastic about it. Okay. And I do it for a certain period of time. And then if I don't see some outcome, I just drop it and do something else. And it's not because I'm lazy or I just want to get rich fast. It's not about money. It's just about the enjoyment out of it. You know, if I don't see that something comes out of it and I don't enjoy it anymore, I just drop it. I do something else. I try something else, and maybe I come back to the old stuff.
How do you measure success now for you?
I don't really know. I don't really measure it, to be honest. I don't think of myself as I can't say I'm not a successful person, because for my age, I guess I am a successful person, but I don't really try to measure it. I don't try to put myself on a pedestal and be like, yeah, I did it, you know, because I'm young. I can do much more, you know.
Yeah, but you know, I think that people set themselves goals. I know your brother has clear goals.
Yeah. I'm not really like that. I don't, I have a certain goal or some vision of where I want to be, but I don't really like think about it daily, you know. I would like to, my parents live on the countryside, I guess.
In Trnava, no?
No, well, close. It's Mijava. It's close to Trnava, but
I know Mijava
very
well.
Yeah, you do.
I know it very well.
Nice.
Very well.
They live there on the countryside, and they kind of have this, slow farm type of life, and I really started to grow fond of it in the past couple of years, and I can see myself doing that. I can see myself buying a house there, but need to, get money to do that.
Man, I wouldn't be able to.
Why not?
I need the city. Like I wouldn't be able to live in a.
My
in the
brother
country.
is the same. Yeah, I don't really enjoy the city. I don't.
At all?
I'm not a people person. I can have a conversation. I can adjust myself to all kinds of people, but I don't really look for the social life.
And
Per se.
that's like a whole. I don't know how to describe it. It's perplexing for me because you're in a position where you need to be
It's a
social.
oxymoron.
Yes, oxymoron is the right
Yeah.
word. Thank you.
Yeah.
See, I learned something new as well.
It is, but that's what I tell people. I kind of, it is a certain social aspect to creating, but also you have monitor, a camera. You're not in a room with 200 people, and you're not you're not entertaining them live, in one room.
Yeah,
You
for
sit
sure.
at your comfortable home.
For sure, but you still need to know how to talk to them, right?
Yeah, of course.
Which is
You
like
need-
somebody.
Sometimes I don't, to be honest.
You
And
don't.
sometimes they have to learn how to listen. It's not about how I talk to them.
Because somebody was talking exactly about this difference between streamer and a YouTuber,
Yeah.
and what translates better, right? And they always say that the streamer can be a YouTuber, but a YouTuber it's much harder.
Yeah, of course. Because when you're streaming, you're doing stuff live. You have to improvise. You cannot cut things out. You have to be spontaneous. But if you're a YouTuber, it's very hard to interact with live audience and live in the moment.
Yeah, exactly. It's quite a bit complicated. We have some question here. Great way, blah blah blah. Would it be possible to listen to these videos as podcasts? Yes, Mayo. The podcast is on Spotify. It's on Apple Podcast. It's on Google stuff. I have to pay like $15 per month
For them to put it on.
to have this RSS. I don't know if you know what it is. It's like a hosting platform for.
I don't know if I ever came across it. We used to do a podcast with my father, but I don't think we were paying anything. I don't know if there was a free way back then.
It could have
I
been.
don't remember.
It's just too many podcasts now. Do you want the fan?
No, I'm gonna just take off my my hoodie.
Okay. So
In a
while he undresses, guys, I'm gonna look at the questions now. While he's undressing, I'm gonna put the camera on him for the ladies, for some eye candy. Let's see. Why is the camera like that? Oh, we had it because he was signing the PC. Finding someone else who doesn't listen to Czech and SK music, Pauli saying. Let's see. Hello, when will be next mob boss? Please, man.
He's trolling you. I know him. He's a friend.
What is the mob boss? What did I miss?
We back in the day, it was like 2015, maybe 16, 2015 or 16. Me and my brother, we had this GTA series called Mob Boss, and it was like a story in GTA. And it was on his YouTube channel. It was called Mob Boss. It had like 18 episodes, I think. And it was like a TV series, but from GTA, and we were doing criminal stuff.
You can bring it back
Were
for
edgy.
GTA 6.
Oh yeah, we should. But it was very for the time when it was created, it was very innovative. It was interesting and it was good. But when I look back at it now, I'm just cringing.
I've been wanting to bring up your father a few times before because you mentioned him a couple of times. How did you get your dad to be in your videos? Like,
it was the same as me, I guess. It was just spontaneous. He's a jokester. He's a very interesting character.
that's a good way to put it.
Well, you would have to know the man to know what I'm saying. My girlfriend can I forgot
Vouch.
words.
Can vouch.
Yes. She knows him for like 2 years. We always laugh at stuff he does. He's just interesting. And I don't know, he just somehow, started doing videos with us. And we all share the same kind of humor, so it just clicked. The chemistry was there always. That's why a lot of people think that I do videos with my brother to leech off him or something. I don't really. There was a time when I even had more views than him, but that's like why I wouldn't. It's stupid to think that I would leech off him.
I found a very nice quote that you made that I wouldn't enjoy it as much if we weren't doing it together.
Yes, that's what I wanted to segue into. Or I can segue into it now. That I enjoyed because we are doing it together, and I like the interaction. I don't enjoy doing YouTube alone. Streaming is different. I enjoy it more when I'm alone in a room, but if I play with friends, it's always better because the interaction. And that's the same with YouTube. I enjoy it because it's two of us, because we interact, because it's just funny improvisation between two of us, and the chemistry is funny.
It is great because I really enjoy your videos together. I think there is a real chemistry that you guys don't think of having like just a channel where there's only both of you.
It would be interesting. I think it would be a very interesting project. But again, I don't know if it would work here in Czech and Slovak Republic. That's maybe I'm setting the borders myself in my head, but many times we tried different ideas and they just didn't work because it wasn't right for the market, I guess.
And you've been lucky because
you still got the camera again.
Oh, they're interested in you anyway.
Yeah.
But you've been lucky that you have such a good chemistry with your brother.
Yes, I'm very glad. We didn't have it when we were younger. I don't
Tell
know.
us.
I don't know why.
You fought? You were fighting?
I guess we weren't close. I guess.
So what changed?
I don't really know. We started playing games together when I was like 13, 14. Then we started doing YouTube, and I guess the YouTube kind of brought us together, closer together, I would say.
So that was the magic sauce.
Yeah.
Yeah. So actually, the people in the chat, they're talking about our Discord. I recently started Discord. Do you have a Discord?
No, I don't. I don't enjoy Discord. Really.
I know. So what are the reasons that you don't enjoy it?
In terms of communication, I use TeamSpeak. I don't know why. I just enjoyed more. I've been using it for my whole life, so I use TeamSpeak, and I understand why people make Discords, like community Discords. But I don't believe that I have such a community that would be able to, make the Discord bloom and blossom.
It's you'd be surprised because I also didn't think this way, and literally within 2 days, we had a completely built with bots and everything, and like 100 people. I know it's not a lot, but for me,
it is a lot. It's good start.
And there's conversation all the time, but people will surprise you. Which leads me to my next question. What's been one time where you've really been surprised by somebody that followed you? Or
I've been surprised recently by a guy who's in the chat, the friend Dennis.
Ahoy, Dennis. Shout out to Dennis.
He's a starting streamer, he's just starting. I don't know if you heard about Tvar Twitche. Mad Monk?
Yes.
Yeah, they had a streaming competition for beginning streamers, and everybody could enter. And he was one of the people who were in the top 10. And he was 6th, I think. And at first, when I saw him, I wasn't really fond of him. I didn't sympathize with him. And then somehow through Roman, we started talking, and we are friends now. And he really surprised me with the way he is, because I thought he's a really different type of person, but it turns out he really has same thinking as me and same interests and opinions and stuff. So that's an example of being surprised by someone. Never judge a book by its cover.
That's a lesson that I don't follow myself.
You judge people.
I am so bad, and I judge people
it's
immediately.
It's your vice to judge people.
Yeah, and I don't give people a chance.
Oh, okay.
Because
Thank you for giving me a chance.
of course, of course, but I mean, once I deem somebody, and I'm not rude to people. I just, I got to a point in my life where I cannot spend my energy on.
Yeah, I understand that. I have it the same way, I guess. There's just some types of people that I don't really even have to talk to them, but I just know they aren't right for me, or I think they are not right to me, and I just won't spend my energy talking to them or caring about anything.
When you talk about philosophy, I think you made me think of a lot of things. And one thing that I was discussing this weekend was the fact that we spend so much energy focusing on negativity, negative people. Like
The battery,
people are living.
I think.
It got too warm.
Oh, sorry. Sorry to hear that.
People are.
You can see me laugh.
Yeah, we're gonna turn it back on, guys. Don't worry. The studio.
The energies, the sparks are flying.
Yeah, but you know what is? It's that graphics card. That's what puts out
Is
all
it
the heat.
3090.
Ti.
Nice.
So it's out. It's putting out all the because it's water cooled. So it's putting out all the stuff there.
Did you buy it when it was at the peak of the price?
Listen to this stuff. I bought it when it came out,
Okay.
and I was one of the lucky people that I clicked and I managed to put it in my
Nice.
basket.
That's awesome. That's awesome because they skyrocketed like month.
I bought it at the retail price, and then maybe a couple of days after it was like almost 3,000.
Yeah.
So
People people used to resell them back in the day, and if you had one, it was gold.
and now you can go to Tesco and in the bargain bin you can find 3080s.
Yeah, they're much more cheaper now, but they're still kind of expensive.
For sure. And what do you think of the 4000 series?
I'm not much of a computer guy, but I'm interested in the
Very good.
yeah. Sometimes it's just I'm sorry for my rusty English, but I
come on.
haven't been speaking English or had a English conversation in such a long time.
But this is it's a universal Slovak mistake. Interesting
Yeah.
versus interested.
Yeah, I try to catch myself doing it and fix it,
But it's good that you know.
correct it.
And that's for you guys as well. It's a mistake that happens often, and it looks like the video is frozen. So
I don't do it on purpose, guys. But as I was talking, I'm not really interested in computers and stuff, but I'm interested in the technology they're doing with the streaming, one PC streaming and stuff. That seems interesting.
like you would like to have. What is happening here?
I have to upgrade my graphics card, soon.
What do you
'Cause
have?
I have 1080 Ti. It's still good.
Yeah.
It's still better than 3060, I think, but it's kind of lacking. I upgraded the whole PC when Battlefield came out. It turned out to be bad, but I have a PC now, and it really helped
3080
with
would be
streaming.
good for you.
Yeah. I wanted to buy 3080, but I just decided to get a camera instead because it's. I think it's better to have a good video on stream than have a graphics card for games that you don't really even play.
There's a question here from Jan
sorry.
Evžen. Please, I would like to start fitness. How many calories I need to consume to look like you?
He's a troll. But it's interesting because I only recently started not really caring about the calories per se, but I only recently started eating more.
You don't typically eat breakfast. I read somewhere.
I don't enjoy it, but I have to now. I have to eat breakfast. And the way I kind of fixed that was that I'm working out in the morning. So I eat something before working out to get a energy boost and, start my body. And then I work out, and then I eat lunch, second lunch, and then dinner. Now I try to eat a lot of calories these days because if you want to get bigger, you have to eat a lot, like 5,000 calories a day. Well, my normal calories is, I think it's like 250 or 270 No, 2,700. Yeah.
So what does that look like eating wise? If you
I
can
eat
give
a
us
lot
an
of pasta. I eat a lot of
Okay.
meat. I eat not a lot of junk food, but if I need to get calories in quickly, I just eat a burger or something, a kebab, because I'm I'm in a age where I can, eat pretty much anything, and I will
you
still
can
put
you
it
can
out.
afford to ruin your body.
Yes. But I try to get healthy calories in. I'll make a steak or make some pasta with the chicken or stuff.
You actually brought me some gifts, some food.
Yes. You can show people.
Actually, maybe you can tell people what you brought.
Okay. Well, I brought you the hot chip.
Jesus Christ!
I don't know if did you see me eat it?
I saw
I
you.
ate two of these.
Mhm.
It's for people that don't know, it's a chili chip. It's a
For
very
people that hate themselves.
Yeah. It's a hot piece of it's cornstarch, I think. It's just like a tortilla chip, and it's hot, very hot. And then you have the ramen, the bulldog ramen. This one is not the extra spicy one. It's not the red one. This one is like a normal dinner for me, I
Where
guess.
did you buy this? This
Of
ramen?
the internet? I ordered it. You don't really find this kind of stuff here in the Vietnamese shops.
Mhm.
At least I didn't. Some people say they have a whole shop dedicated to this kind of stuff, but I never
There's the
really came
Asian
across.
shop now. Have you seen it?
No, where?
There's one in Park and there's one in Navy
Okay, I have to check that. I didn't really know about that.
near the food court
Mm-hmm.
in Navy, and in Park it's near what's it called? Near M Zone, I think.
Does it have this kind of stuff or just random?
It
Asian?
will definitely have the
Okay.
the ramen, but this hot chip, I don't think that it will
No,
have
this is a Czech company that makes the hot chip.
It's really
challenge.
popular in the U.S.
Yeah, I saw. It's very interesting. But in the US, you have the pakwi chip. It's basically the same, but it's a black box. I have it. I will eat it on Wednesday, so that will be a video.
And it's a California Reaper that's in that?
I believe, yeah. There's a blend of peppers. It's a Carolina Reaper.
Oh, there's
and-
Carolina Reaper.
Yeah, and I think there's also the Scorpion one and Moruga and all the hot stuff. I think
So actually-
the chat is. Oh, you want it stuck or is it stuck?
Yeah, we were looking at the questions.
okay.
So is there anything else that you see
I
there?
don't know. There are some new.
It says,
comments.
Evžen, it's okay. You don't have to stuck in English, guys. No about problem. Anyway, my philosophy question
Yeah.
has been asked. Okay. Hi, Miguel. Finally made it. All right. Any questions? Guys, if you have any questions, you can ask. By the way, this chip, if this episode, I have one episode with Duklok.
Okay.
It has 50,000 views.
Wow.
If this episode gets to 50,000, I will do this.
I will try to push people into making you eat it.
So, guys, if you want me to suffer and eat that, then
To be
let's get
honest, it's bad for like 5 minutes, but it's not as bad in a long-term scenario.
But it can be dangerous for some people
Yes, it can.
because
it
it
can hurt
can
them.
stop
If
their
you have
heart.
allergies or if you don't do well with hot stuff, it could definitely hurt you bad.
Yeah, that's the only concern for me. That maybe my heart, but we'll see. We have a
I
new-
think your stomach would suffer more than your heart.
But I eat a lot of spicy, so I think that
It should be good then. It's not as as hot as people think it is. To be honest, I had 2 of them. I don't know. The recently we had the plutonium hot sauce Mad Dog 357, I think it's called, and that one was very bad. I think it was in the long term it was worse than the hot chip, but the hot chip is just like intense in the moment, and the camera overheated, I think, again.
this camera is not helping us. So we're gonna let it rest, and we'll just go to the other camera.
You need a little fan on the camera.
It's not. Sometimes it does that. I actually moved it because when it was there, it was doing that.
Yeah, it might be the cable. Not sure.
But thankfully, we have a backup camera, so that's helping us a lot. So, guys, again, 50,000, and we will do the chip challenge. Thank you to SDX555 for subscribing, and becoming a member as well. That's awesome. Do you have a lot of members in your channel?
I used to have like on Twitch a lot of people gift subs, but like a normal amount was like 100 individual, I guess, individual subs. But the most I had was like 500, but that was mostly gifted. Now I don't really have many now. Twitch is, I don't know why, I don't really understand it, but Twitch is kind of dead right now. There's a weird period of time on Twitch. In summer it was nice. I was having like 200 viewers. It was okay. But now I have like 50, 70, and I don't know what's going on, if it's because of school or something happened in the world.
You just need to switch your content. You gotta get a inflatable pool.
Yeah, I guess I should try to do that.
Are you doing any in real life?
Sometimes I do. Working out is kind of in real life category, and sometimes if when we go to my parents' house to the countryside, sometimes I stream from there with the farm animals and stuff.
What would you say to young streamers that want to get started? Where should their priorities be? Maybe with equipment or attitude, or
I believe that good equipment can put you ahead of the competition. So good camera, good microphone. It's very expensive to get a good equipment, but good camera, good microphone, good PC for games, and understanding the software is very, very important. I think to understand what you can and what you cannot do with it. Some quirks and funny things, I guess, something to make you different from others, and also it's not for everybody. You have to have a persona, you have to have a certain character, something interesting about you.
You had your first video at the age of 12, and it was a Minecraft video.
Yes, I did.
Where is that video? We want to see it.
I don't believe I really have it. It's deleted a long time ago. I think my brother was already doing. I'm not sure, because I was always watching YouTubers and Minecraft YouTubers, and I created this concept it was very interesting because it was something different and something not ordinary on Czech and Slovak Minecraft scene, I guess. I was interviewing starting Minecraft YouTubers in Minecraft.
Really?
Yeah. So even back then, I was kind of absurd, doing different stuff, because all the people would do a Minecraft survival playthrough part 1. I just did this, and it was bad, but it was something else. It was something else. So I can't say that it was totally cringe. At least the idea was somehow special and unique.
And they would be open to being interviewed?
Yeah, it was just some, random kid with 100 subs. It was just, I don't even know how many episodes I did. I think it was like maybe 3 or something, and I just stopped because I was a kid.
Maybe so obviously your brother was doing this, and his channel is quite big. Do you sometimes feel that you are under his shadow?
No, people think it, but people don't realize that we are kind of a different, characters, personas. So I think I bring something to the table. So I've never really felt like I was in his shadow. I still get called Eugene's brother, Selasie's brother, and not Eugene. But I don't really care about it, I guess. Maybe I am in his shadow, but I don't really care about it. Yeah.
So if you had to think of what is the biggest blessing of having him as a big YouTuber, and what is the biggest
Well, the biggest blessing for sure is the space, the studio, the equipment. I don't have to. I only recently bought camera for streaming, but I didn't have to buy a camera to record videos, or buy a microphone or buy this or buy that, because it was already there and I could just borrow it and make videos with it. And to pay it off, I was acting in his videos, and I think me being in his video during the period of 2017, 18, 19, it really helped the channel grow, I believe. Because people really liked the interaction between two of us. So, and the worst thing, I don't know, really. It's maybe being, as you said, being called the one in his shadow, or in Slovak we have this saying, podržtaška. It's basically a bag carrier. Mm. So people used to call me his bag carrier because I was. That
sounds really bad.
Yeah, well. Yeah, it when I was younger, I guess it hurt me, but I couldn't care less now because, as I said, I know what's the truth. I know what's real, what's not, and just because somebody has their own truth doesn't mean it's the one truth.
And maybe to elaborate, more of my question to being in the shadow is, I mean it as more, do you think in a way it stops you from growing because people put you in a box?
I can see that being the case, I guess, in certain ways. But if you try hard enough, and if you're unique enough, and if you are innovative enough, I think you can come out of that shadow and easily. It happens a lot in the world. For example, if you take, I was watching a video about Sidemen, the English guys with KSI. It's like 7 of them. I was watching a video about their history and how they're become the Sidemen, and they were in the shadow of KSI because he was the biggest UK YouTuber, But somehow they managed to make this group Sidemen, and now everybody is unique, It's interesting.
I think the type of content that they do is short-lived.
Well, it's the case with everything on YouTube these days. I believe Mr. Beast is the same type of content. It's just fast, catchy content for people that they don't really need to understand the concept. They just watch the video and they're like, okay.
He just spends he's reached the ultimate plateau, and I think he has it harder than anybody else, because how do you top off?
Yeah, what you topped off. But he has a formula for the success, I guess, for sure.
He spends a lot of time.
He micromanages everything, and he's a workaholic. I watched some interviews with him recently, some podcasts, and he really, really works. I think I don't want it to come off sounding bad, but I think like he's autistic into the YouTube kind of. Because
it's clear.
Yeah, you if somebody cares about something that much, you have to be a little bit of autist, I guess.
He really likes statistics. Like he's able to break down like retention, and man, I look at the analytics and I'm lost.
Yeah, and he even knows the editing. He perfected the editing, when to cut, what to cut. Every minute of the video has to be entertaining.
And this is the problem, Jakub, that if I got to that point, I wouldn't enjoy what I'm doing anymore.
Yeah, that's exactly the same way with me. That's why I do it the way I do it. It might be slower, it might come off lazy, but it's the way I enjoy it. I don't want to do something that I don't enjoy, because it just, will kill me, I guess.
It's the same here. And actually, we have a donation for Tomáš Mlaka.
Nice.
And as you know, in this podcast, all the profit from this podcast goes to charity.
Nice. Okay, that's good. I should donate myself. I've never used the YouTube tipping thing.
Really?
No.
You can send super chats, or you can actually donate money or do things. So guys, if you want to do something good and donate to charity, Dobrý Anděl, on behalf of Jakub here, just go ahead. Let's see who can beat Tomáš.
What kind of charity does it go to?
Dobrý Anděl.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I want to get Kiska here in the podcast so
Oh.
I can tell him that I didn't make enough yet to receive anything. So I think that it's still like 40 euro in stuck in AdSense. I think the threshold is 70 before they pay out.
Yeah, AdSense is a bit of, and it also, I think YouTube takes a bit of it, doesn't it?
They do. They
Yeah.
take a lot actually, not
Yeah.
just a little bit. Have you gone through the verification of address with AdSense?
I believe, yeah. Even with Twitch.
Because they sent a letter actually with a code.
I think they did. I don't remember it. I'm on YouTube for a long time, so I
So
don't
maybe you
really-
didn't have to because in my other channel, my normal channel, I had it was monetized without me even asking.
I think I had to ask, but I don't remember how the process went. I remember Twitch when I wanted to be partnered with Twitch. It was like 6 years ago. I had to send them a like a essay why I want to be partnered, what I bring to the table, what's my content, who am I, and
And now they should be so lucky.
yeah, they should.
There's a question there for you
In the
in the super
chat. What and where will be next tattoo? I don't really think about it in in advance. I want to finish my hand this one.
So
And
maybe it's a good question to ask you.
about tattoos.
Insects, yeah. What is your favorite one, first of all?
My favorite tattoo is the most recent one. This one. It's
You guys can
a
see it. It's a
how
stork.
do you,
Stork.
Yeah, stork. Yeah. And I really like that one the most. It's the most recent one, but I always like the most recent one the most. I don't know why.
But what is the story of the stork? Why a stork?
There isn't a story really.
Really?
No. I'm not the type of person that puts value to the and meaning to the tattoos. I just enjoy them. I just like them. It's art for me, And
Did
my
you
body
design
is
them?
no. I kind of designed this one, I guess. I had the idea and the vision, and I've just somehow put it in a GIMP. Like it's a painting program, I guess. And my girlfriend did it. She painted it and drew it and then tattooed it because she's a tattoo artist.
So she's the one doing the tattoos.
Not all of them. The most recent ones. The older ones I had from before, from other friend that was a tattoo artist.
And where does she work?
My girlfriend.
If people want to get a tattoo.
She only tattoos women, actually.
What?
Yeah. And she works here in Bratislava. People can hit her up on Instagram.
What's her
Milky Way?
Milky Way.
Yeah, Milky Way Inc. I think.
Why only women?
I don't know. She just chose to. She just guess it's more comfortable for her to work only with women. These days, I can see why the reason is there because men can be swines.
We are.
Yeah,
We are.
extreme. And so I guess I see why she chose only women. And occasionally she will tattoo some men, but only just for connections and stuff. So
Well, you are one of the lucky men that.
yeah.
that-
And also her work is kind of feminine because she does floral stuff and plants and animals. And most men want tribals and just realistic animals and dragons and stuff.
It's time to go to the Instagram questions.
Oh,
You
okay.
have a lot of questions on Instagram.
Do I?
Yes.
Nice.
And-
People want me.
And I apologize if some of them are stupid, but people took
No,
the time to.
don't. You don't even have to talk to me about stupid questions. I just understand. I think did I break this?
No, it just fell. It's the.
I'm too animated with myself.
It's absolutely fine.
I think I believe I have ADHD. I've never been diagnosed, but I just twitch a lot.
We were talking about that with Michal Noga, who's the CEO of Mad Monk,
Oh, okay.
and he was saying that because I
Twitch a lot.
yeah, and this is burning calories. The people that do this burn something like 300-400 calories per day.
Nice. I should stop it because I need calories. I want
So
to.
you should eat an extra hamburger
Yes.
to make up for
I need
that.
to be big.
It says, Evžen, who is your biggest inspiration and what do you think about Dream?
Dream, the YouTuber.
Mm-hmm.
I've never really watched his videos. I don't know. I don't watch Minecraft content anymore. There was a Minecraft YouTuber who died recently of cancer, I think, or heart attack.
And they gave him a pig with a crown. No.
Nice. I think. Yeah. Didn't really watch it, but I just know he died, and I was like, okay, it's sad, but I didn't know the guy really. And who's my biggest inspiration? I guess myself. I think everybody should inspire themselves, because if you won't inspire yourself, who will? And also I get inspiration from all around. I don't really have someone that's like this person, this exact person is my inspiration. I just get inspired from everybody and everything, and just from all around me.
There's a question here. It says, what are you going to do? Oh, we already answered when YouTube ends. Yeah. Actually, no, we didn't.
I don't really know. I don't want to think about it. Why would I bring it up on myself? I don't really have a backup plan. I guess I will. I believe the same way I somehow stumbled upon YouTube, I can stumble upon anything else that can make money. And these days, working off internet, you can just do anything almost and get paid for it.
How come you don't do game reviews?
I don't know. I don't think I enjoy the concept.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, I like games. I like playing games, but I'm very specific with what stuff I like, Even good example is I don't know if you saw the Dahmer stuff or the series on Netflix.
Yeah, I finished it.
I don't really like it.
Not for you.
I like the serial killer stuff. I enjoyed Mindhunter. I enjoyed the Ted Bundy stuff, Charles Manson. I watched documentaries, and I really enjoyed the psychology around it. But the Dahmer thing was just, I don't know, it was just dragged. It was just boring for me.
You have to. I think that it worked better for people that were watching for example, American Horror Story.
Mm-hmm. I like even Peter. He's called. Yeah, I like his acting, but I just don't know. I didn't really enjoy Dahmer. I think I watched like 2 episodes. My girlfriend watched 4.
And maybe that's the thing, because also the first 4 episodes for me
are the worst one.
But the 5th episode.
My brother told me that the 5th and the 6th are the worst.
What? Yeah. Your brother has no heart.
I don't know. And it never happened to me before, because every time there was this kind of, boom and something went mainstream, like Stranger Things or Squid Game, I always was like a big skeptic about it, but at the end I enjoyed it. But with Dahmer, I really didn't. I don't know why.
Try to push to the 5th.
Yeah, if I only had the time, it's like 1 hour an episode, right?
Yeah.
So I would have to watch 4 hours of episodes.
You can take it slow. I think it will pay off.
I'm a binge watcher. If I really like something, I will watch it.
So you know what happens? Maybe I'll give you a preview. The reason that it's such an effective episode, at least for me, was because it shifts from the perspective of the victim.
Okay, so it's not about the killer, it's about the people that he traumatized.
Like, where actually now people are learning that should be the focus, right? Instead of glorifying the...
That's my problem actually with serial killers. Since the beginning, when I started learning about them and I was interested in them, and Charles Manson and Ted Bundy and Jim Jones and the cult leaders and stuff, I really enjoyed the stuff because I wanted to learn about their mindsets, about how their head worked, because they were sick. All of them were psychopaths, sociopaths, but I was fascinated by it. I was interested in it, and that's what I didn't like, that people glorify them for some reason, and it just doesn't make sense to me. It's the same with Manu Chao, for example. He was a tyrant, a killer, a communist, but people wear him on a T-shirt as a glorification, as a symbol of revolution. But he didn't revolutionize anything. He was a killer.
It's like the same thing that I find the most hilarious. That, for example, when you look at a country like Greece and you have neo-Nazis there, or even here in Slovakia or Russia, to have neo-Nazis glorifying
Yeah.
that regime, and knowing that they wanted to get rid of all Slav race.
Well, we are a very dumb nation, and I'm not really proud to be a Slovak, but I guess I cannot change it. And the recent events are very saddening and very just, I don't understand really how.
It's actually, to me, it's a little bit personal, because we were out with friends that day on Obchodna Street, and
Yeah,
we were
that's
headed
close,
we
yeah.
were headed in that direction. Actually, one of the friends is here in the chat,
chat.
Pauli, and we were with her and another friend called Roman, and she wanted to stop by Tiger.
And if you didn't stop by Tiger,
We would be out in that area. We stopped at
It's-
Tiger right, like maybe 10 minutes before 7.
Yeah. It gets very real once you grasp the concept that something like this can happen in an instant, and there's nothing you can do about it, really. There's no way to prevent it.
And it's just being in the wrong place.
Yeah, at the wrong time. And what's even worse, in my opinion, is that the father of the shooter, he said that his son was the victim. That the shooter was the victim. That he said his son didn't shoot.
So who did?
I don't know. I guess the gun did. It's
But
just
he-
bad.
Is he going to face some consequences?
I don't
Because
know.
it was
He
his
should-
gun, right?
I think so. I don't know. I didn't really look into it that much, but it's just sick. And it's what's even more sick that people agree with what he did, with his actions. People think he did the good thing. That's mind blowing for me.
Did you see what the finance minister posted? Yeah, some hetero.
Yes, yeah. Nobody can take that from him. I guess he is. Oh,
Just how sad do you have to be to do such things, right?
I don't know how dumb. You just have to be out of touch with reality.
What about the drunk driver?
Yeah, that's stupid too. They should take people's cars and licenses for driving drunk. I cannot imagine sitting in a car being drunk, or letting someone drunk sit in a car and drive.
People don't really care, to be honest. Before we continue Instagram questions, there is still here. Evžen, do you believe in
Pan Martini.
Pan Martini? Who's
Yeah,
Pan Martini?
That's the viewer who has the lifetime sub in my chat.
Uh-huh.
That's the guy who's been viewing me a lot. He's in the chat.
Oh, that's him
Yeah.
right there. Do
Yeah,
you believe in any conspiracy theories?
I don't think I believe in any, but I find them fascinating and interesting.
9/11?
Not that one in particular. What's the real reason though behind 9/11? Did they ever talk about it? I heard Bush did it, but
Well, this is one conspiracy
Okay.
theory that many people subscribe to, and I personally believe so. That there is no way that 10 Middle Eastern men got on a plane and
did that okay.
in the U.S.
Yeah.
Not with our FBI and all.
Yeah.
No, it just wouldn't happen.
So it was an inside job.
It had to be. I mean, like 1,000 people didn't go to work that day.
Okay.
They called out.
That's sus.
The way the
The
metal bars.
The building fell. Yeah.
It's just not
Possible. Okay, I see. But as I said, I like conspiracy theories. I find them fascinating, but I don't really believe in any, I guess. I'm too much of a, I try to rationalize things, and I don't really. I need a proof for something to believe it.
Mhm. For me, like another one is the moon landing.
Is it staged?
Somehow, I think that it's taken so long to go back.
It might be. That's the problem with conspiracy theories, that some you just cannot what's the word? Debunk, I
Yeah.
guess.
Yeah, debunk is the right word. Yes.
Yeah. So you can believe them, they can be true.
And you were mentioning about psychopaths and and serial killers, and actually most of them are highly intelligent.
Yeah, that's the most interesting thing. Even the cult leaders, they mostly were sociopaths, meaning that they knew what they were doing and they were doing it on purpose. They were manipulating the people on purpose and, creating the following as they were. Jim Jones is a very good example. He was very interesting, and he was even liked in the community, and he was even doing things for the black community back in the days. So he was even liked with the black community.
Yeah, these people, I think one thing is that they can rationalize things.
Yeah.
They're so intelligent that they can figure out, this makes sense. And the second thing is that, for example, most CEOs of companies need to be sociopaths.
Of course, you just have to. As you asked me at the beginning, if I sometimes push things to go my way, you just sometimes have to do it if you want to be at that position. It just comes with the job, I guess.
You're absolutely right. Do you listen to some criminal podcasts?
I think I used to. There was these criminal stories from Slovakia. I used to listen and watch that. It was on YouTube. I used to watch the mafia, the mob boss, but the real mob boss of Slovakia. It was like a 10 part, I think, docu-series about mob bosses here in Slovakia and mafia in Slovakia. And I used to listen to some about the cult leaders and serial killers. I don't know the names of the podcasts, but it was just, random docu-series, I think.
Mm-hmm. Could you name some type of media that has changed your life, whether a book, a song, a movie?
All of it. Books, songs, movies, art, everything around me, I guess. I always enjoyed art in all the forms of art.
And I kind of interrupted you before when you were starting to discuss that you see your body as a canvas.
Yes, that's what I wanted to say. That tattoos for me are art and my body is a canvas. So if I really like something, I tattoo it on myself, and someone will say that in 50 years I will regret it, but I don't really believe. I don't regret a single tattoo I have, so I'm okay with everything.
What is there to regret, right?
Yeah. You can just learn from your mistakes. You cannot regret them.
Question for me, actually. What is my favorite Mario? Are you familiar with Nintendo?
Yes, of course. I wasn't around back then. I'm a 2000 kid, but I'm a gamer, so I understand the concepts and the games.
Mind blowing. I was born in a different century than you.
Yeah, you were. My girlfriend also was, so.
But they were asking about favorite Mario character, and of course, I'm sure you guys can guess that
it's Mario, guys.
No, it's Bowser. It's King Bowser there.
Do you know how I could tell it was Bowser?
How?
By the email.
Oh yeah. You know me. Yeah. Don't dox me.
Sorry, guys.
I just got doxed. No, but I just built this new one, this Lego one.
It looks nice. It's the new Lego sets, right? The Mario Lego sets.
And he actually moves. I'm just gonna go there and show.
Aren't the sets interactive?
Yes.
They have some kind of like mechanisms that pop and do stuff. Yeah, it's nice. Yeah, you can jump on the different platforms and stuff.
Barcodes.
Yeah.
Recognizes barcodes and color, but this guy, he moves his mouth.
And he shoots stuff out of it, right?
Yeah, when you do this, and then he also moves his head.
That's nice.
He's fully posable. You can change his eyes.
I really like these types of Lego builds. I have a Van Gogh Starry Night build.
How long did it take you?
We were building it on stream, and I believe
That's
it
cool.
was, I don't know, maybe 3 to 5 hours, something around.
Okay.
But it was interesting, but there was a very boring part because you had to build the background, and it was just different shades of blue, and you just had to build a wall out of different shades of blue.
That's what's keeping me from doing the map, because I really like that.
But that's just little bits of this is the same color. The foreground was very interesting though, because you had to build little houses and little trees and stuff. That was very cool. And it's really worth the price. It's not really expensive. It's like what, 150, I think.
That's not that bad.
150 euros. It's not bad.
This guy took around 16 hours, I think.
16, but it has the mechanisms, right? That
Yeah.
was the most difficult part.
And the instructions, like they really do a bad job.
The Lego instructions are,
I don't know
It's pain.
what is the logic that they're explaining to you, and I'll just use Doge as reference. Like they have the picture, and this is the picture they're showing you this side, and they're explaining you how to put a part on the other side.
Yeah. And it's not even transparent, not even a red outlining, nothing. Yeah, it's pain sometimes to build Lego sets.
But I do have to say that in the Mario ones, they in the other sets where you get these figures, they have interactive.
Yeah, you can jump on the different things and they make sounds and stuff.
It is really cool here.
Dennis is asking you how much you spent on the wall.
Which wall?
Like the whole, I think the collectible wall as a whole.
Jesus, I have no idea. But this is not one's thing, This is like
for life.
These consoles are from my childhood. This is from when I was a little kid. And
so you actually gamed on all of it.
Yeah,
you're a boomer now, officially.
I didn't. These two are not, because these are Japanese. This is the first Nintendo console. I always talk about it because not many people know that it exists.
It's very interesting. I only know I think the 64, and
which is there. Do you know the Virtual Boy?
No, not really.
So that's a 3D console.
They have the NAS, right? Yeah, I know that one.
It's those two. You had the European and the...
Oh, I like that one more.
I like it too. It's nice. And then you have these newer consoles.
I only had the PlayStation. I think we had PlayStation 2. I used to play Tekken on it.
It's the thing that I like about Slovakia, because there is no nostalgia for Nintendo products. So there's no competition for collector's edition.
That's true, yeah. Well, we are a very young, I guess, very young nation. We're not that old. I mean, we've been apart and back together with Czech Republic a lot of times. But I believe we are a very, very young nation. How old are we? 30 years maybe?
Something like that. And something you said before, that you were not really proud of being Slovak.
No, I'm really not.
It's something that many people that come here say, and Peter says it often.
Yeah, I understand. I think I talked to him about that too. We have a very similar humor with Peter. And our conversations always were very interesting to me. And there are some aspects to him that I don't really respect, but he's a very interesting person and very wise and intelligent,
But with those, with those conversations of not being proud, like he talks a lot about it too. It kind of makes me sad a little bit, because I've grown to love this place as my adoptive home a bit.
Why did you choose Slovakia in the first place? You were back in Czech Republic in Prague, right?
No. I was in Spain.
Oh, okay.
Living in Barcelona. It's a typical love story, I met a girl.
Okay, and you moved.
Yeah, she bought me a plane ticket, and the rest is history. I moved here.
Okay, I can accept that.
I mean, it's the number one import, men.
It used to be women.
But not anymore. But the thing is that I've seen this place change.
Okay.
And also I've seen places in a different part of the world. Like my family is from Guatemala. Guatemala is a place where 70 to 80% of the people live below the poverty line.
Yeah,
and we're
just huts and stuff.
But we're talking about like really people have to make a choice between eating and you have like little kids that have to work because there's no food, they don't have shoes. Like my father, for example, he had a different reality than your father, for example. Here, my father didn't have shoes till he was 9.
That's just mind blowing for to see that point of view, I guess.
Yeah, and
that reality, if I have to put it like that.
And this is what I mean exactly. That sometimes it's hard to see the good when you haven't seen how.
Yeah, of course, and I'm not saying like we don't have it good here in Slovakia, but I feel like it could be better.
Yeah.
But there's just things preventing it.
And I think I know why. my hypothesis on this is I think that you are surrounded by countries that have everything going right, like Austria, Germany.
But from the other side, we have war.
That's true.
So it's kind of, on both
Scary.
fronts. It's both fronts. Yeah. And I mean, it always could be worse. I always say that. Like, I understand that it's not as bad as somebody has it in some, banana republic or something.
And that expression comes from Guatemala, Banana
Does it?
Republic.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And I will
we
tell
have
you,
we have it in Slovakia too. It's Bananová republika, basically.
I will tell you after you finish your thought.
Okay. I don't really know what I was saying. Just my point was that I acknowledge that it could be worse, but it still could be better also.
Do you ever think about how would it be for you if all of a sudden you had to go to the army?
I think I would run.
You wouldn't go?
No. If I had to fight for this country, I don't think I would fight for it. I don't.
You would go.
Yes. If I had the chance, I would just pack my things and leave, to be honest. Because I don't, as I said, I'm not proud to be Slovak, so I don't see a reason to be fighting someone else's war, It's the same as Vietnam, for example, with America. Why were people fighting in Vietnam for no real reason, And I don't believe in 2022 there should be a war. We don't have a reason to be fighting. There is literally no reason. You don't need to conquer other places and countries and stuff.
The world is sick.
Yeah, people never have enough.
So as I told you, meanwhile in Guatemala, 80% of the people below poverty living in mud houses.
And filth and just.
And meanwhile, these millionaires that have more money than they can do with. So sick society we live in.
It is. Yeah, there are ups and lows, but it's the balance. It has to be like that.
But we sometimes I think that we are like parasites, the human race.
Yeah, might be. What do you believe? What theory do you believe?
That's the Gaia theory that I'm subscribing to, that the earth is a living organism and we are invasive parasites.
And the origin of human race? Is it evolution?
It's hard to say.
I really could believe that we fell on some rock, and just evolved from a bacteria. Because evolution is a real thing. You can see it on people. Races are basically evolution. People were in hotter places, so they have darker skin. It works, and it's fact.
Yeah, but I mean, I think that a lot of people, like in the U.S. especially, you see that they try to teach creationism.
Oh, okay.
So they try to ignore all of that. But before I lose my thought, I need to answer the question about how much did I spend. I have no idea how much I spent on it. Consoles, it was over the year, so you can imagine that consoles launch at around 200, 250 each over the years. And then statues, not so much. I got my sign there, don't be Pichus.
That's a good quote.
It's actually
should be a mantra.
It will be on my T-shirt.
Nice.
I have a T-shirt. Don't be Pichus. And the statues actually are the most expensive. That Bowser.
The ones, yeah.
But that's what happens when you work and you're an adult and you can afford things.
Yeah, I have to sometimes restrain myself from buying stuff because I wanna, put money to the side and just. I forget words today. I don't know why.
Maybe the heat.
My mind is not working properly.
Let me know if you want the fan.
It's good. It's good.
There's I think for me what it is, Jakub, is the fact that when I was growing up, I didn't have a lot of things that I wanted.
Yeah, it's. I don't want to say it's the same for me because my father would argue. My father had it really bad in his childhood, and he compensates it now. That he buys stuff that he didn't have as a kid, and I try to buy him stuff. When I know he wants something or needs something, I try to, buy it for him to enjoy. But when we were kids, we too, me and my brother, we also had times when it wasn't financially very good. So there were times when we didn't really have what we wanted, and sometimes now when I have money, I buy it just for the sake of buying it because I can. It's the consumer in us.
It's the American
Yeah.
mentality.
Yeah.
Will you do another D&D stream or never again?
Me or you?
You? Well, this is a question for you.
D&D. Have I ever done a D&D stream? I don't believe I have done any.
Maybe they got the game wrong.
Maybe they mistaken me for my brother.
Does he do?
Yeah, he
Dungeons and
did. He
Dragons?
did D&D. I think we played like once together, one stream with D&D, but it was like 4 years ago or something.
But the chat will know.
I guess. Yeah.
They know every detail.
They might be right, but I just don't remember it well. So I don't think I don't know. It would have to be a very interesting D&D session for me to be able to commit, you know.
Dennis the Menace, thank you for joining us today. Thank you for stopping by. We need to finish these questions.
Sure.
People ask. So, 3 things that bother you about yourself and that you would like to change.
About myself, 3 things. I know one thing. A lot of times I doubt myself, and I will just, stop myself from doing something because I doubt myself. Another thing, I don't know if I have 3 things. As I said, the mindset of fixed with the philosophy helps you with this kind of stuff. So you try to better yourself. And this is one thing that comes from the top of my head. And I don't think I have other 2. I don't know. I could do more, but I don't really, as you said, I don't want to do more because then I will just not enjoy doing anything.
Why don't you tell to the people that Chilos is better than you?
Did Chilos write it? Is it Don Chilos?
Don Chilos.
Yeah. It's a friend from pre-show.
Is he on YouTube or streaming or just messing with it?
He's doing kind of his stuff, but not anymore. He was part of Vidadu, if you know what that is. Yeah, he was there occasionally.
Ako to vidí ďalej na YouTube? Myslí si, že táto platforma má budúcnosť so všetkým, čo sa deje?
I should answer in Slovak right now.
Okay,
Yeah.
Slovak question.
It will be very weird for me to switch right now. Ako som už hovoril, že smer, ktorým YouTube ide momentálne, tak je pre mňa aspoň osobne veľmi zvláštny a nechcem ho následovať. Čiže ťažko povedať, že táto platforma bude. Furt sa to evolvuje, furt sa to proste vyvíja určitým smerom a myslím si, že dosť kopíruje československý YouTube zahraničie, ale s takým dvojročným odstupom. Takže podľa mňa budeme tam, kde bol YouTube pred 2 rokmi odkedy tam budeme my. Tak nejak.
Very good answer. Look, there's a description of what she was talking about with the D&D. It
was with your brother and someone, Duklo and others. I just wanted to say that I really liked it and yeah, I think I know what she's talking about. Yeah, but it was very, very old. It was in the past, and I don't really remember anything about it. But as I said, if there will be any interesting D&D session that I would be willing to commit to, I think I can see myself playing again.
Maybe we need to talk to Dusan. Why are you so bad in Fall Guys? Pepe laughed.
Bad? I'm not bad, actually. I got pretty good, to be honest. But the game, the state of the game now is it's trash. I don't know if you know, but Fall Guys came out for free not that long ago.
On PlayStation first.
Yeah, consoles in general. And we started playing it a lot on streams and with my girlfriend, and we've been enjoying it a lot. But recently a new season came out with new battle pass and stuff, new maps, and it's just trash. It's just bad. It's bugged, glitched, nothing really works, and it's just... I hate when a game I'm trying to be good at throws logs under my legs, and I just have to it frustrates me that I cannot get better because of the game, because it's not working the way it's supposed to. I don't mind losing. I'm not a very competitive person. My girlfriend thinks otherwise, but I'm really not. I enjoy competition for the fun, playing games for the fun with friends. And sometimes you just have to be competitive because it's the fun side of it.
You probably never played Mario Kart.
No, really, I didn't. We only recently got a Switch. I bought it for my girlfriend for her birthday because she wanted to play Animal Crossing.
Oh, I love that
I
game.
ended up playing it. Yeah, I saw you have Mr. Nook over there.
Look, this is going to be a gift for your girlfriend.
You sure?
Yes.
Can you also sign it
I
somewhere?
will sign it, yes.
Nice. Also the cat hair.
No, it's Fluff.
Oh, I thought it's cat hair. She likes cat. I have to take pictures with your cat.
I cannot give you the cat.
She will be very pleased. Thank you very much. Are you sure you are
Yes.
okay with me taking this home? Because you will never see this.
No, she will give him a loving home.
I hope so.
But you feed
Is
him
there
money.
a hidden camera in it?
No, he eats money.
Okay. Yeah, he does. I have like 800,000 loan right now of bells.
I already paid off all my loans in Animal Crossing, so.
Yeah, I don't know why. I played Animal Crossing when it came out and the New Horizon, and I always stop playing after you have the concert with the KK slider. I don't know why, but it just after that point it's just okay, I'm done.
It was one of the first games that I played on this console here, the GameCube.
Yeah, it's the old ones. Nah.
But it was
She says thank you, Miguel.
You're very welcome. I hope you enjoy Tom Nook, but if he breaks your legs because of money,
No, he will. He will.
he's creepy, man. Like he
He's
really
very
says
creepy.
some crap.
No, yeah.
Go ahead. No.
No, I just wanted to say that I'm very rude to my villagers in Animal Crossing. I haven't find the right one.
I have the
Right.
cat that everybody wants in a suit.
Oh, okay. I have to check that one.
But you know that you can. There's a way. We will talk about it because there's a way that you can take my villagers that you. I have good villagers. Like
Oh.
I spend so many hours
Grinding
hunting
them. You can also amiibo them, right?
Yes, but not the good ones.
It's
the ones I
It's
want.
not pay to win, guys. Sorry.
For sure not. So let's see here. Okay, no question there. So we have a few more questions. How do you keep motivated doing workouts? That's a good question. What is hard to change the mindset for?
Actually, working out, committing to working out is one of the hardest things I've ever done in my life, I believe, because you just have to change your mindset around it. You just have to understand what your goal is and that it's a very slow process, and people don't understand that they will not get big overnight. It takes years. It takes literally like 2 years until you see some kind of good progress. You will of course see progress like after a month or after like 6 months or a year, but it's not as big as it will be after like 2 years. And I don't know, I just tell myself that I want to achieve something and I just have to do it, and I enjoy it. Like working out is a type of meditation for me. I really enjoy working out because I can turn off my head. I can just be there with myself. I can focus on the muscle mind connection, and just do the workout right and properly, and it pays off.
What is the goal for you? Is it a physical goal or a mental goal?
I guess both. I really like kalokagatia. I don't know how you call it in English.
I don't know.
It's the Greek type of aesthetic, healthy body and healthy mind, to be intelligent and also look athletic. I guess I don't really know how it's called in English. If anyone knows, you can tell us. And I guess that's my goal. I don't need to be huge, massive. I don't want that. It's not even possible naturally. I would have to take, steroids and stuff.
Then your pee will get smaller if you take steroids.
Well, it's these days. I don't think that's true, but it might. I don't know. I didn't.
It
take
used
stuff.
to be.
Yeah, but these days the anabolics and stuff. There's just, if you do it right, there's only benefits to it. If you do it right. But I just wanna look healthy. I guess I just wanna be a bit bigger, not to intimidate just to, if somebody looks at me and he's like, okay, he works out. I can
Don't
see
mess
that.
up. Don't mess with him.
Yeah,
Don't
kind
mess
of. I was always a skinny kid, and I was always being, laughed at for being a skinny kid. And if you watch a video, my girlfriend likes that video. It's a pizza challenge from like 2015.
I need to write it
You
down.
can if you want, you can
Am
look
I
it up now.
am I gonna get a strike if I play your video or something?
No, you can just look at it at
Do you wanna do it because maybe you do it faster?
Oh.
This will be the first time. Do you like the keyboard, by the way?
Yeah, it's a custom build.
Yeah.
Nice.
I was inspired by your brother.
That's nice. Look. This is how I looked in 2000.
Do you wanna share it here?
Yeah, I wanna find a good like this, I guess.
You were a little babetko.
And do you have no? Okay, I just have to do this. Where is it? This.
Okay, guys. Well,
Jesus Christ, it's. I haven't used it.
While
for
we're
very long time.
while we are waiting for the video to come through,
Which one is this?
that big one, yeah.
Do you see this, guys? I guess you do. Yeah, this is how I looked. This is how I looked in 2015. Yeah.
That's not that far away, you know.
Yeah. So I guess I came a long way. And that's what it's about, I guess. Just, finding it's my the way I think about working out is don't think about it as working out. Find it, just find some sport or something that helps you move, that helps you that motivates you and that you enjoy. You don't have to work out, you don't have to do strongman stuff. You can just run or bike or play hockey or something. Whatever you do, just do something and compensate the hours you put into sitting in front of a computer, because it will help you in the end.
I think that's really, really good feedback, because I also hated working out. But you have to find something that you like.
Yeah.
I like Zumba.
Yeah, it's not for everyone. Working out is not for everyone. Some people love it, some people will hate it, and I can't say I hated working out, but I used to, work out on and off for, my whole life, I guess. But only recently, only this year, I really found the type of working out I really enjoy, the type of training, what exercises I like, what kind of movements I enjoy when working out and stuff. So that's kind of what you need to go through.
And also, I think if people really want to dabble into that, they should find at the beginning a fitness instructor, right?
Yeah, of course. At least for like a year, it will help you for sure, because you will, you won't do as many mistakes as you would doing it solo.
I'm getting some nice comments in the chat. So yeah, I love you too, guys. Thank you. Thank you for that. You have 3 more questions.
Yeah,
and then you're a free man.
Let's go. It's nice.
You're enjoying it?
Yeah, I enjoy the conversation. And as I said, I didn't really conversate in English for a very long time, so it's refreshing, I guess.
Let me ask you, do you feel more comfortable after 2 hours of speaking? Because everybody comes in like, oh, I don't know about my English, but that they leave refreshed.
Well, to be honest, I'm confident about my English. It was kind of my strong part. Of course, I'm rusty because I haven't, spoken in a very long time. So some of the pronunciation and some of the slang and stuff, it's bad, I know, but I'm confident about my English because I always enjoyed English. I had a very good teacher, and I just, I love English as a language. I think it's Esperanto of the 2020s.
Somebody deleted their message.
Oh, I see.
They wonder what. It's probably about me being pregnant.
Maybe. You might be right though.
With food baby.
If you're in Sims, you can be pregnant.
Do you plan on growing a beard?
I couldn't even if I wanted to.
Really?
I don't have the genes. No.
Your father doesn't have a beard?
Well, kind of, but it was very hard for him to grow it too. Even my brother has like these patches of facial hair, but we just don't. I don't know. I just have too much estrogen, I guess. I have gynecomastia.
So then you need to start taking some hormones.
Yeah. I have to inject testosterone. But I sometimes, most of the time, I just let my mustache grow. Sometimes I shave it off.
Usyk.
But yes, but I don't have a strong facial hair features. So
I'm glad I do, because I always say that if I didn't, then you would
you would
just
like
be
a
looking
baby.
at my brother. It covers my brother.
Double chin. Oh yeah.
More like triple.
I have a good jawline, so. But I think I would look better with a beard. But
I think so too.
I
If
just
you're
cannot
working
grow.
out and you got a good
I
beard,
have to buy some prescription for that.
or get some, I'm sure that they'll get to a point
Implants.
where, where they can
I'm
implant a
gonna
beard.
implant the beard. But where would they take the hair follicles from? It's not the head hair, it's different
Yeah, but
structure.
You talk ball hair.
I guess they would have to.
That would be an interesting challenge in YouTube.
Mhm.
Is it a facial hair or a ball hair?
Ball hair, yeah.
Uh,
It's a sideman concept. You should pitch it to them.
no, I gotta keep my ideas now and pitch them to
True.
the people I know. Are there gonna be any more videos about trying new food and things? And yeah, this is the content that I like the most from you two. That when
Eating
you're
stuff.
trying food,
I like it the most too because it's the problem is there's only a certain percent of stuff you can buy, because in US you have such a big market of stuff. You have just everything, and here it's very restricted. You don't have that much different concepts of food, I guess. So I would have to order from the internet, some different cuisine, some different snacks and worldwide stuff. But I really like the food content. I really enjoy it. It's very refreshing because it's a genuine reaction to, we were eating canned snails.
you guys need to go to Asia, for example, and try some like scorpions.
Yeah,
and
we should. I think my brother, when he was in Thailand, he ate some weird stuff. But I'm open to everything. I ate crickets. It was like chips, It was just fried. It was okay, I guess.
I wouldn't be able to.
I don't think there is anything that I wouldn't eat. I don't really gag easily.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Maybe some people in the audience would like that.
The worst thing I ever put in my mouth was on a video, and it was a chocolate pudding with a fish oil. A lot of fish oil in it.
That sounds disgusting.
It
man.
was. Imagine eating chocolate pudding with taste of fish. I think that's the worst thing for most people. That when you are eating something that looks different than it tastes, and if people expect it to taste differently, they start to gag, and don't like it. And speaking of that, I wanted to try the pills that alternate your senses.
What? I never heard of those.
There are these pills on the internet. It was trend back in like 2015, 14, I think. And when you take the pill, it will kind of not numb, but it will alternate the way your body perceives taste. So sweet things will be salty, and salty things will be sour.
Is that like a drug or?
No, it's just some kind of pill that will just alternate the way you taste things. And I want to get it, but for like the past 3 or 2 years, I wasn't able to get hold of it.
It's complicated here because you can buy a lot of stuff, but they don't ship to Slovakia.
Yeah, and the new shipping laws are just terrible. You just have to pay for every single thing, and it drives me crazy.
There's a question here on how did you start with YouTube and what motivated you, and I think that'll be the last question.
Yeah, we talked about it, didn't we, at the start? I kind of stumbled upon YouTube. I just liked the concept. I like YouTube videos, and I just tried it out, and somehow I was interesting to the people, and they liked me, I guess. So it motivated me to create more. The feedback is always the thing that you have to look up on.
So I think that with that question, guys, we'll leave it with the final part of something po anglicky, and it's where you leave the audience with a message.
A message. I think my message will be about exercising, being healthy. You really should think about being healthy. And I'm not saying that everybody has to buy a gym subscription. Just do something, an hour a day. Just commit to it, make it a routine. Do some kind of sport, some kind of exercise that you enjoy, and it will make you healthy in the long term. It will compensate the hours you sit at the computer, and it will really help you. So I think that's a good idea, and you should look into it.
Can you tell us, for the people that are meeting you for the first time, as I said, this is now being watched in the US a lot.
Yeah.
Many Slovaks that never been to Slovakia are having an interest on the people that influence, because you guys influence and shape Slovak society.
Thank you. I guess I never really thought about it that way.
For sure. More than even traditional media. Traditional media is like dwindling.
Yeah, it's dying out, I guess. Yeah.
So for those people, how can they follow you? What is your Twitch handle? What is your Instagram handle?
They can follow me on Instagram. It's Evžen. I guess you will. No, it's an audio podcast, so you cannot put it on screen. So
we're not there yet, but I'm working to it.
It's both Instagram and Twitch. Is Evženis. That's EVZISS.
Mm-hmm.
No, I think I messed it up badly.
You write it here, and we can put it in the screen. Oh wait, no, it's my fault.
I thought I'm bad. No. I think they will be able to read it. And my handwriting is like a cat.
It's EVZENISS.
Yeah, I was on a good start, I guess. Yeah,
that trips people a lot. Letters and numbers.
Yeah, I don't know why. I always knew how to pronounce the letters, but spelling was just messy for me. And now I can understand why in US you have the competitions, the spelling competitions, because
spelling bee.
Yeah, it's just it's pain.
So they can find you that way.
And it's Evžen on YouTube, but I don't think you even have the letter J on the keyboard. It's just a normal Z with a hook on top.
It's not on the keyboard for sure, but I'm sure people will be able to find it.
We'll manage.
Listen, reminder to the people: if this episode gets to 50,000,
50,000, then you will eat a hot chip.
And can we commit that you'll watch me do it?
I would even be willing to do it with you if you would want to.
So, guys, both of us will do it if it gets to 50,000, and I know it can get to 50,000 for sure.
I will have to milk it.
For sure.
I'll have to milk it.
Thank you very much for the gifts. Thank you very much for coming to the podcast. I expect that there will be a part 2.
For sure. To be honest, I don't know if you knew this, but this was my first ever podcast.
You never been to a podcast?
No, I've never been on. Officially, no. I've never been on any podcast officially. I think I did something with my brother, and I did my own podcast with my father, but I don't count that, So officially, it's the first podcast.
We popped your podcast cherry.
Yeah.
I hope you enjoyed it.
we baptized the me coming to podcasts.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for inviting me.
Guys, thank you so much for coming and watching us for 2 hours. It's been an excellent podcast. We look forward to next week, and thank you for joining us. Thank you.
Goodbye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Have a